Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
Yo, welcome back to the Concrete Ocean Podcast. Hashtag the hard truth. Miami Dolphin fans, how y'all feeling right now? I know I'm feeling good, man. After that dub against the Philadelphia Eagles, man. You know, I got a good friend. I got a close friend of mine. He's a Philadelphia Eagle, and the guy kept talking that trash to me, man. I ain't want to bet him. He kept talking that trash, like, man, let's bet on it. I said, man, it's preseason, man. My stars might not even play, man. Your stars might even play. He kept pushing me, man, trying to bully me, man. He kept pushing me, man. So I'm like, you know what? I call that. We did a light bet, like $25 bet. And we supposed to went to the joint practice that Thursday, well, last Thursday, but they canceled it because that stomach virus. And man, you know, we was going back and forth the day before about AJ Brown and his comment, all that stuff he got going on. But them boys came out Saturday, two of the Tyreek first play, they destroyed Philly. And Teddy came and kept his foot in the gas. Skylar came and finished it up. I wish we could have put 50 on him. But man, great game plan. I can't say too much bad about it. I'm proud of the team, man. We look how I want to look, man. That defense, dominant front seven on all strings of our defensive line. Did y'all notice that, man? Not just the first string coming in there, but the whole depth, man. Everybody was hitting the quarterback. They was getting to him. Benito Jones, Darius Hodge, being still, Sam Iguavin. These guys was feasting. Jalen Phillips. I was down on Jalen Phillips. I'm gonna tell you the backstory on that, man. I wanted Najee Harris that draft. I was a Najee Harris fan since his like sophomore year at Bama. When I used to watch tour. I used to watch, Najee there, and I was I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Najee, man. And I wanted him at 18, but we got Jalen Phillips. I'm like, man, that sucks, man. But he's, that the beginning of the last season, they wasn't using him right. They wanted him to be like a linebacker. Like, no, he's an edge rusher. Throughout the year, they went to using him how he's supposed to be used, and he made noise. And now this off season, he's been a dog, man. You couldn't miss him Saturday. He kept shooting out that edge. Like he's coming. This guy's he's due for a big year. And I might make a video soon before the season start about what players I feel gonna break out. Jalen Phillips, he kept coming. Melvin Ingram looking great over the other side too. Like it's gonna be scary. Them guys coming from both sides, man. But that was one of the impressive things to me on the game was that defensive, that front seven, man. That defensive front, it was deadly, man. I just want to clean up on that tackling. I didn't like how Baker was missing those tackles. He missed like two or three. Sam missed some. That rookie Tyndall, he got a lot of tackles, but he missed a key block, and I didn't like that key block he missed. And they sprung out for like a 50-yard touchdown. I didn't like that. Just in the fact, man, I wanted to destroy Philly. I wanted to stay on Philly neck, man. I wanted to stay on their neck. I wanted to put that 50 burger up. I wanted to keep them at 3. I wanted to keep them at 0 to Preston Williams. Preston Williams messed that up with the muffed punt. But yeah, that's all I seen. This tackling was a kind of an issue. I want to see that tackling get fixed. But these guys been tackling, they're young, they professional, so they get that right. That's no big deal. I can live with that. I ain't even worried about that, honestly. But that's just nitpicking what I seen. Offense, offense. That line they moved. Greg Little is better than Coleman all the way. That sack Austin Jackson had, that was a coverage sack. Uno held on to the ball a little longer than I like. But at the same time, Austin Jackson, you going against second and third strings. You gotta tighten up, man. You gotta handle that. And the run game, Solomon McKinley, I like Solomon McKinley, man. I think Solomon McKinley will beat out Liam Eichenberg. I really think he could, man. But what else I could say on it? Tight end Mike Gesicki, he developing a little more better on the blocks. He trying as hard as he can, man. He got that good slant pass, so he's there. Where I can go to? Cedric Wilson made a play. Craig Craft, he had that one drop I didn't like, but besides that, he was on fire. Man, everybody looked good, man. The run game, main thing, the run game came alive. Ahmed and Gaskins, those guys ran hard, man. Moser ran hard, but he didn't play that long. But Gaskins and Ahmed, them guys, they ran hard. I know people saying, "Oh, y'all played." Philly sat out like 30 players, all that. But hey, we did what we supposed to do. Now, if we would have been struggling with them and they kept rushing us and getting sacks on us, that would have been different. But no, our offensive line pushed them out the way, made big holes. Man, they held it down. Our defensive line went off by them, and they damn near took Minshew, whatever whoever that was in there, they damn near took their damn head off. Ogba had another like clothesline almost, so we looked good out there, man. I'm proud of them guys. Man. They did what they supposed to do. The trash. They set it on fire. So I don't care about the positions we went against, the string. They run the field against our stars, and our star did what they supposed to did all around. So it's good to be a good day to be a fan, and a good day to keep the momentum on the team and start out week one. Okay, now I'm gonna get to my 53-man roster prediction. I wanted to drop this earlier. I wanted to drop this tomorrow, but the NFL ain't sleeping at all. So I just got to catch up and just drop this so I have my receipt on it. Because I don't like my episode. The first episode was supposed to come out like Thursday, man. But that was my first upload and my first time editing a video. I used to produce music years ago. So it's kind of the same, but it's been so long. I ain't produced music since 2010, like 12 years. So it was just like, it was kind of like riding a bike a little bit, though, just the basics. So I had to edit the video and do all that. So, and then upload on YouTube, and YouTube took a long time. So it dropped later than I wanted to. So I'm going to just try to push this one out and get it dropped. That's why it's no video, it's just audio. I'm just trying to get you guys, just get this to you guys, because you don't want to get it Wednesday, or you don't want to get it Tuesday after cuts done happened already. Now y'all just like, oh, it's nothing to listen to. It's already happened. So that's why I'm finna help just rush and get this out here, man. So my 53-man roster prediction for quarterback, it's Big Tua, Teddy, and I gotta keep Skyler, man. I gotta keep Skyler. I can't let Skyler go and be the next Tom Brady somewhere else, man. That'll hurt, knowing I released him, and this guy is a top 10 quarterback. And this guy a top 10 quarterback. I can't do that, man. I'm sorry. I gotta keep Skyler, man. He's got talent. I know throughout the preseason, a lot of these quarterbacks look good in the preseason because they're not really playing top competition. But Sky looked good all through OTAs. It's been reported that he was the best quarterback on the field that day, well, a few days at practice. So he's consistent with it, and the poise he got, he's making his players get a chance to make plays. Like, he's like a Brett Favre, gunslinger, Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's careless. He don't care. He gonna let it rip. He pick a guy, let it fly. He has that mentality. He's not scared. I like that about him, man. He made that, he broke out to the left. Oh, man. Threw it to Easy E. That was a beautiful play, man. It was deadly. It was dangerous. Like, whoa. But it was like, that was beautiful, man. And Easy E would have caught if it wasn't for that pass interference. So I like what I said of Skyler. And like I said in episode 1, let Skyler sit behind Teddy and Tua for 1 year so he can learn from Teddy. Running back, I like the Sonny Michel. just because Sonny Michel resume, Sonny Michel background, but he looked like Jordan Howard. You know, I expected high from Jordan Howard, but we didn't get that from Jordan Howard. We got average play, and in his preseason games, in the training camp, Sonny Michel at the regular, and Ahmed and Gaskin outplayed him. So the best players should get the spot, man. And I personally wouldn't cut Sonny Michel just being because his resume, but Miami Dolphins did what they had to do, and I'm glad they did it. I'm satisfied with the cut. It's just something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't have the nuts to do it just because you got Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, Sonny Michel, the names, man, the names, the brand. That's why they kept them. But I'm glad they cut them, and I keep Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, Myles Gaskin, and I'm gonna cut Savon Ahmed, or I'm gonna try to trade Myles Gaskin, and then I keep Savon Ahmed. But if not, I try to see if Savon Ahmed can make the practice squad. They already cut Dope, started to cut White. I did the same thing. I would have cut those guys and see if I can get him on waivers, especially White. I definitely want White in the practice squad. Dokes, yeah, I bring him back if he's available. If not, I want Crowder. Because at the same time, you're going to have a lot of good running backs. I don't know if you guys watched all the preseason games like that, but I looked at most of them, and there's a lot of good running backs out there that ain't going to make the team. So we can always get one of those guys off waivers. So it's not no big issue with the running back. They're a dime a dozen. So I go out there with those three guys, and I pull up a running back from the practice squad if I have to at any time if somebody hurt or anything. Or you can find one. I'm hearing Duke Johnson might be available eventually too, so I definitely want to bring Duke to the practice squad over Dokes. I like how Duke's ran, man. I'm a hurricane too. So anything can happen with the waiver wire. I wouldn't be too stressed by the running back. I know I got my top guys in Raheem and Chase and Myles Gaskins. And Myles Gaskin, he's proven his worth, man. He ran hard, man. He's not a guy I want to be my running back one, but as a running back three, I like him or Ahmed. And I'm gonna keep Alex Ingold, the fullback. Of course, this offense runs a lot on the fullback position, so I'm definitely gonna keep him out there. Let's go. And receivers, you're gonna keep Tyreek Hill. We're gonna keep Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Easy E. All four of those guys locked. When we get to wide receiver 5, that's when it gets a little tricky. And personally, what I say and do is, hey, if I'm Chris Gear, I'm calling teams up. Hey, man, I got these 3 receivers. You've seen them all make plays in training camp. You've seen them all 3 make plays at preseason. You've seen it. So I dangle all 3 of them. And if I can get the highest offer I can get for whoever out the 3, if I get it, let's say for example, they offer me a 4th round pick for Lynn Bowden. But they offer me a 3rd round pick for Trent Sheffield. I'm gonna trade Trent Sheffield, I'm gonna keep the other 2. That's how I do it. That's just an example. We know we're not gonna get that much for either one of those guys, but that's just an example, man. But I do that and keep the 2 that doesn't get the trade. But since we're not doing that, we're just doing roster prediction. I'm going to do for wide receiver 5. I'm going to get Lynn Bowden. He's had limited opportunities I've seen inside the games, and with his limited snaps, 8 snaps, he had a touchdown in Tampa. He touched the ball like 1 time on offense this past Saturday, and he got a touchdown. He played 1 full season with us, and when all the other receivers went down, he stood up and he handled business. Got injured for 1 season. He's coming back after that. So he had a season of good production, man. And that's with coming in, learning a new offense. You can't forget that. So I'm gonna go with Liam Bowden as wide receiver 5. In that wide receiver 6, I'm gonna go with Trent Sheffield. The textbook. I like how he's making plays. I like how he's had a good training camp, solid OTAs. It ain't all just about the one game you play. No, it's about throughout the whole offseason, man. Because you can you can have a good game, but at the same time, what are you doing throughout the offseason, man? Like, what are you doing every day in practice when you're going against Xavier Howard? Um, yeah, that's really when you're going against Xavier Howard, what's she gonna do out there? And at the same time, just getting open against our DBs, man. What are you doing? Going against a joint practice in Tampa, joint practice in Philly, and just all around consistency against the DBs, man. What are you doing? So against our DBs, just all around consistency, man. So I gotta take Sheffield. I cut Craycraft. If he can make waivers, I bring him back to the practice squad. That's my 6 on receivers. And they already cut Muhammad Sanu. I already did that. And I cut Braylon Sanders, and I bring Braylon Sanders back to the practice squad easily. And Preston Williams, I'm gonna cut him, of course. But I'm hearing that they're trying to get. I'm hearing teams are interested. I'm interested what they can get for him. They're probably like a 7th round pick or something like that. Hopefully, we can get some cornerback depth or lineman depth for Preston Williams. But yeah, that's my 6 I keep. Let's go. Offensive line. Of course, I'm gonna keep Armstead, Liam Eichenberg, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt. Hopefully, we can do better, but we're gonna keep Austin Jackson, Greg Little. I like what Greg Little did this past game. He pretty much stepped up and stole the job from Coleman. Solomon Kinley, I gotta salute that guy, man. He had a good camp. Even though he's overweight and not the prototypical lineman for this offense, I still feel he showed that he belongs and he's making stuff happen, making plays happen. I want to keep Solomon Kinley on the squad, man. I really think he can be Eichenberg guy if they give him a chance to run at the ones. Or if stuff gets crazy and they got to move Hunt to tackle, I think Solomon Kinley will come at right guard and do his thing, man. And I'm going to keep Robert Jones. And, of course, I'm going to keep Michael Dieter. He's the backup center. He's the backup center, and he can play guard, too. I'm going to keep those 9. Adam Pankey is already cut. I bring him to the practice squad. Keon Smith was cut. The one guy who did the Stone Coast type thing at training camp, Bliez, he's gone. And I bring Deesh back to the practice squad. We liked him a lot. Paid him a good contract for undrafted free agent. And since they've been working out Coleman a lot, I bring Coleman back to the practice squad too. Defensive lineman, I'm going to keep Raekwon Davis. I'm going to keep Christian Wilkins. I'm going to keep Zach Sealer. And I'm going to keep Emmanuel Akbar. And this one to get tricky at. I like how John Jeek is doing. He's pushing guys around. He looks good, but man, Benito Jones been sitting for like 3 years developing on the practice squad and off and on at the rise of the practice squad. I like Benito Jones what he showed me, and he's the future, so I keep him and possibly bring John Jenkins to the practice squad. Possibly if he make it through wires or whatever. If he interested in coming to the practice squad, I bring him. I'm cutting everybody else. Being still now Scott, I'm cutting those guys. I think they would have been cut already. Linebackers, I'm going to keep Jalen Phillips, Jerome Baker, Melvin Ingram, Channing Tindall, Landon Roberts, AVG. I'm going to keep Trey Flowers, of course. I like Cam Good, man. Cam Good, he's fast for that size, man. For that size, he's a pretty fast guy, and he got a pop to him. He's going to hit you hard. I think he's going to be learning behind. I think he's going to be good learning behind Melvin Ingram, Trey Flowers, Van Ginkel. All those guys on 1-year deals. So Landon Roberts, he gonna learn. I think he'll learn behind those guys, man. and I think he should be good. And I'm gonna keep Duke Riley. Like I told y'all last episode, Duke Riley, my guy. He's underrated. He's a good depth piece, man. He may not be the best player out there, but he's gonna make it happen. He's gonna make a play. He's good depth piece, man. I'm gonna keep Duke Riley. I'm gonna bring Porter Gustin to my practice squad. I like how he played, man. He played damn good. And I'm also gonna bring Darius Hodge, number 41. That guy there, man, he's special. That guy there, man, he's a ball. I like him a lot, man. He got cut already, but I definitely bring him back to the practice squad. And I'm cutting Sam, Mr. Preseason King. I'm cutting him. Calvin Munson already got cut. They pretty much did a good job with the cuts, though, man. I agree with it. But we're going to see what they're going to do tomorrow as far as with Cam Good, Porter Gustin, Sammy Guavin. We're going to see, man. Could be a potential trade somewhere. But I think guys injured. That way, man. And then I cut Brandon Scarlett, too. Well, I think he's going to go on RR. A lot of guys hurt over there, man. So anything can happen, man. But that's the guys I keep at linebacker. And inside my cornerback room, I'm going to keep Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Nick Needham, Keon Crossan. Man, that kid, Elijah Campbell, I like him, but I also like Cater. Elijah made plays in this preseason, man. He made a lot of plays in that camp. He's been doing pretty good. I got to keep him on the team. He earned the spot. He got that pick and got surrounded by a flock of eagles at the 10-yard line and still some type of way made it to the touchdown. And also, man, that one pick he did with his legs, the concentration, man, I like him a lot, man. He earned the spot. I like Cater, but Elijah earned the spot, man. And for cornerback number 6, I gotta keep. I hope they trade Noah, because I feel Cater and Elijah outplayed Noah, but being a draft status, they're gonna keep Noah there. And it's a business. So at 6, I'm gonna keep Noah. But anything can happen. They could trade Noah or some cornerback depth come open. Anything can happen. But that's the 6 I keep. And for my safety position, I'm gonna keep Javon Holland. I'm gonna keep Brandon Jones. I'm gonna keep Eric Rowe. And I think Vern McKinley played well this preseason. He wasn't out of place, except that one run when the guy ran like 55-yard and Tyndall missed that key block. Yeah, that play right there, that's the only one I can see McKinley messing up on. Besides that, he been playing pretty good, been by the ball. And he playing special teams, too. If he can just upgrade his special teams, I think he'd be a good fit. And I'm putting him over Clayton. I'm cutting Clayton and saving that money. And we already cut D'Angelo Ross. I'm cutting Quincy Wilson if he ain't cut already. So it's a few guys I'm cutting right there. It's a few guys been cut already at the defensive back room. I can't think who all it was, but it's been a good amount cut already. And of course, I'm going to keep my kicker, Jason Sanders, punter, Thomas Morstead. And I like the long snapper, man. Blake. I like Blake, man. He's underrated, man. He's a leader to be a long snapper. He's a pretty good leader, man. And just to see like a good dude, man. On the points, he's always there. He even recovered a fumble one time, making tackles by the ball. I like him. Shout out to my long snapper, man. A lot of people don't acknowledge him, but I really like him, man. He's a stand-up guy. And I think he's been doing pretty good, and I think he should secure that for his whole career, man. Long snappers got long careers, so he's still young. He's been in the league this 3rd year, so he got like 17 more seasons. And that's my 53-man roster prediction. Like I said, I had to get this out to you guys before the Dolphins sped up and cut some more people. But they cut a lot of guys already. I think they probably got like 13 or 14 cuts left. But hopefully we see some more trades going on, man. Like I said, I want to get me some O-line depth. and cornerback depth. But I'm seeing like linebackers getting cut, like Gerard Davis getting cut. I seen some few corners, receivers, like the guy at Jacksonville. The receiver at Jacksonville went to the Panthers. So I hope we get involved in some action like that. Not receiver, but just for our positions we need. And hopefully the guys we got on our team that worth something, we can get something out of them. Like even get some out of Preston Williams, um, whoever our three receivers, Craig Craft, Sheffield, or Bowden, see what we get out of those guys. But just out of any position we deep at and they need something with, hopefully we can make something happen and get us a good tackle, a good right tackle, and a good backup tackle, or even a center, or just anything for the O line, man, and depth for the cornerbacks. Besides that, we got Byron Jones on PUP still. Hopefully, we hear something before. We got to hear something before 4 o'clock tomorrow. He comes off, but still we need depth behind those guys, man. It's exciting, man. 13 more days to the season kickoff, man. But I'm gonna come back at y'all again when some news break out or whatever. I'm gonna come back at you guys with a new episode. And before the game against the New England Patriots, I'm gonna give you guys a list of guys on the team I feel gonna break out. But that's all I got for y'all. And shout out to the people on Twitter who are sharing my post. TD Fans Talk shared it. Miss Finn shared it. Other Big E shared it. The Office community showing me love. I really appreciate that. And all the people taking time to listen to the channel, just viewing it, hitting the like button and subscribing to me. I salute y'all too. Hope we can double those numbers and keep it going like that. This the Concrete Ocean Podcast, hashtag the hard truth. Y'all be safe and stay out the way. Fins up.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.